We're not running out of road. There's still miles to go aboard the Taylor Swift bandwagon. Aren't you curious what a newly born senior Swiftie thinks about ranking Taylor's 10-album discography? Because I've only been listening to these records for the past 4 months, I'm applying my iron rules regarding Taylor Swift LP ranking. They are as follows. 1. There are no bad Taylor Swift albums. 2. There's a perfect Taylor Swift album for every mood. 3. The Taylor version re-recordings are included, the originals are not. And 4. Recency bias is a major factor. That said, here goes. 17-year-old Taylor Swift released a self-titled debut album that positioned her as a potential country crossover breakout star. With solid tunes like Tim McGraw, Our Song, and Teardrops on My Guitar, it's a fine first album that shows lots of promise, but barely hints at what's to come. This album saw Taylor push back at media portrayals of her as vengeful and bitter, successfully reminding listeners that she was a powerhouse musician who shouldn't be messed with. While any follow-up to 1989 would be a challenge, Reputation lacked the smash hits she's capable of. There are a handful of top tunes, such as Dancing with Our Hands Tied, Call It What You Want, and Delicate, but not enough to boost its ranking. Taylor's Seventh ignored the bombast of its predecessor and embraced the sleek stylings of 1989. Listen to it in full and you'll find moments of pure joy. Highlight Cruel Summer is 3 minutes of exhilarating 1980s synth pop. It could have been a number one smash, and finally was, in 2023. I Forgot That You Existed is Taylor at her strutting best. The title track, a gorgeous slow dance, reminds us why so many fell under her spell in the first place. Taylor's second album keeps things country, but with an increasingly sharp pop edge. Love Story, You Belong With Me, and 15, with their personal lyrics and potent hooks, are among her best. First released in 2008, its original release won the Grammy for Album of the Year. In 2021, Fearless Taylor's version became the first of her re-recorded albums. Across the board, it's one of Taylor's strongest albums. Mean is among her most underrated songs. Sparks Fly is a wham-bam anthem, and breakup tune Back to December is a sing-in-the-shower classic. As for the new recordings of the original tracks, what's most interesting is how much her vocal abilities have improved. Her voice is noticeably filled out and smoother than in 2010, allowing her to handle the vocal runs in key tracks like Dear John and Enchanted far easier than she did at age 20. Here's where Taylor began her move from country to modern pop. The snarky We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together and the sparkling 22 are irresistible smashes. All Too Well is the finest moment on the album and among the greatest songs Taylor has ever written. On Taylor's version, listeners hear the spellbinding 10-minute version, an epic rendition that cements the tune's place as a songwriting triumph. Taylor's most recent release is a glittering return to pure pop. With lead single Antihero, Taylor sings, "It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me." The kind of thought we have all had after midnight. On Mastermind, Taylor admits, "No one wanted to play with me as a little kid, so I've been scheming like a criminal ever since, to make them love me and make it seem effortless. This is the first time I've felt the need to confess." It's a starkly honest moment from her most mature album yet. Now this is how you make a timeless pop record. Working with a who's who of hit-making producers and writers, such as Jack Antonoff, Max Martin, etc., she crafted a collection ranging from dance pop, such as Shake It Off, sophisticated electronica, think Blank Space and Style, to state-of-the-art indie pop, out of the woods and clean. It also saw a step up in Taylor's songwriting with pithy lyrics and hooky melodies galore. Not content with one surprise album in 2020, Taylor returned with a sister record to the aforementioned Folklore. The album is replete with confident singing and gorgeous melodies, including No Body, No Crime, a full-on country revenge song, and several tunes that fuse Taylor's new sound with some 1989 gloss. The title track is a euphoric beacon of hope that was a poignant way to conclude 2020. Taylor uncharacteristically announced Folklore the day before it was released. Musically, it saw her dive headfirst into a new sonic palette of wistful indie folk as she teamed with the National's Aaron Dessner and longtime collaborator Jack Antonoff. It's a dazzling album, filled with career-best moments and heralded a brave new direction for the pop star. So, that's where I stand today, although I can easily swap the top 5 around without any heartache. Let me know what you think. Feel free to list your own rankings or even favorite LP overall. Make sure you stay aboard the Taylor bandwagon because I've got a few more thoughts I'm dying to share.